In January 1959, a group of 9 experienced hikers set out on an expedition to the remote Ural Mountains in Soviet Russia. Their goal was to reach the peak of Otorten, a mountain known for its challenging conditions. The group, led by Igor Dyatlov, consisted of university students and graduates, all skilled in survival and navigation. But what happened to them remains one of the most terrifying and baffling mysteries in modern history. On February 1st, the group set up camp on the eastern slope of a mountain known to locals as Kholat Syakhl, Dead Mountain. Little did they know, this would be their final resting place. Weeks passed without any communication from the hikers, which wasn't unusual at first, given the remote location. But as more time passed and no word came, a search party was dispatched. What they found was beyond anything anyone could have imagined. The rescuers arrived at the campsite, only to discover it had been abandoned in the most bizarre fashion. The hikers' tent had been cut open from the inside, as though they had desperately tried to escape. Footprints in the snow led away from the tent, but the hikers were barefoot or wearing only socks, despite the freezing temperatures, which had dropped to -30 degrees Celsius, -22 degrees Fahrenheit. The first bodies were found a mile away, near the edge of a forest. They were in their underwear with no signs of external injuries. It appeared they had succumbed to hypothermia, but things only got stranger as the rescuers continued their search. The remaining bodies were found scattered in different locations over the next few months. Some had inexplicable injuries. One hiker had a fractured skull, while another had broken ribs, injuries so severe that they were compared to the force of a car crash. And yet, there were no external wounds. Stranger still, one of the female hikers was missing her tongue, eyes, and parts of her face, yet there were no signs of a struggle or predator attack. Even more baffling was the presence of high levels of radiation on some of the hikers' clothes. What could have caused such fear that the hikers cut their tent open from the inside and fled into the deadly cold without proper clothing? Theories range from an avalanche, though the terrain didn't show signs of one, to secret Soviet military experiments, even UFOs or a Yeti attack. The Soviet government officially declared the cause of death as a compelling natural force, but the vague conclusion only fueled more speculation. Witnesses later reported seeing strange orange lights in the sky near the area on the night of the incident. Some believe these lights were connected to secret weapons tests. Even today, more than 60 years later, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains unsolved. Despite modern investigations and countless theories, no one can definitively explain what happened that night in the mountains. The hikers, who were experienced and well-prepared, faced something so terrifying that they abandoned all rational behavior. In 2020, Russian officials reopened the case, and once again, an avalanche was proposed as the cause of death. But many believe this explanation doesn't account for the unusual injuries, the radiation, or the strange lights in the sky. The mystery remains, shrouded in fear and speculation, making the Dyatlov Pass incident one of the most terrifying and unbelievable real-life mysteries of all time.